Welcome to my channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Kraven's Last Hunt. That, at least for me, this easily is in the top 5 best Spider-Man story arcs. So without further ado, let's get into this. So the story starts off and we get this picture of Kraven that the guy's a real piece of work. It seems that he's dying, that these magical potions and roots that he's been consuming over the years to keep him young are just not doing the trick anymore, and he's sort of losing his marbles in the process. Obviously, he's obsessed with Spider-Man. He wants to go on one last hunt. He wants to prove himself. And as this story progresses, things get really weird with Kraven, because at the same time he wants to take down Spider-Man, he has this insane level of respect towards Spider-Man. At the same time, it's really complicated. It's really weird because he wants to consume him, but at the same time he wants to become him. And that's what makes this story so interesting. So we get this first confrontation between Kraven and Spider-Man, and things escalate very quickly. And this actually shakes Spider-Man because he realizes that Kraven is totally going in for the kill. And what happens is he's shot with this tranquilizer dart and Kraven buries him alive. It's really hardcore. So obviously at first we have no idea that Kraven had used a tranquilizer dart with Spidey. You think he straight up killed him at first, but it's just some weird test that he's putting Peter Parker through. And while he's buried alive, Kraven puts on the black costume and starts posing as Spider-Man fighting crime in the city, and he's super hardcore. While all this is going down, like, Kraven's mind is totally out to lunch. Like, he's having hallucinations left and right. He seems to be like a dude that has taken way too many ayahuasca and mushroom trips, and his mind is just broken. So while posing as Spider-Man, Kraven's just destroying Spidey's public image in general. Like, his hardcore attack on the criminal underworld is just leaving a trail of bodies all over the place. And then we have Kraven hunt down Vermin. Now, I've never cared too much for Vermin as a villain in general within Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery, but here he's so well written. He's such a dark and sinister character, and what happens with him and Kraven and later on with Spider-Man, it's so well done. So Kraven Spider-Man is able to hunt down Vermin, he captures him, and he's going to use him as a test for the real Spider-Man because he knows he's going to come back from the grave, and within his really warped mind, he wants to teach Peter Parker a really weird and messed up lesson. So Spidey's able to dig himself out of the grave, and he just loses it when he discovers that he was buried alive for 2 weeks and that Kraven has been posing as Spider-Man during this time. So Spider-Man's able to track down Kraven, and as I mentioned previously, Kraven puts him through this test where what Kraven discovers is that Spider-Man is the better man. He's the true superior Spider-Man, that Kraven can never live up to what Spidey is. That Spider-Man is truly this honorable and noble person through and through. So what happens is Kraven sets Vermin loose on the streets of New York City. He tells Spidey, go find him before he eats someone, because that's sort of a thing that I didn't know about Vermin, is that he's a cannibal. And actually, during this story, he's eaten 2 people. So we get this epic battle between Vermin and Spider-Man in the sewers of New York City. And it's so well written because Vermin just plays the victim card every time he's losing in the battle. And Spider-Man shows empathy towards this guy because he's actually a victim of an experiment of Rimzola. He didn't want to become Vermin in the first place. And every time Spidey tries to drop his guard and talk Vermin down, he tries to rip Spider-Man's throat out and straight up kill him. It's very well done. Obviously, Spider is able to take him down, takes him to the authorities. And Kraven uses this as a distraction so he could not live anymore, because I don't want to have issues with YouTube using another word. But it's shocking when you see that page. And I wonder how they got this past the Comic Books Code Authority back then. Now, I think it has been tremendously stupid on Marvel's part on bringing Kraven back. I think he came back in the mid to late 90s. It sort of hurts the legacy of the story. But that aside, Kraven's Last Hunt, a fantastic read. I'm going to leave this video here. Hope you guys liked it. Bye.